Hello and welcome back. Today I have another power supply because you can never have too many power supplies, and this time it was sent from China, Phonefix, and I did already once one of their webcams. It was nice quality, so I wonder about this power supply, what it can do. It says here nice power. It is a switch mode power supply. 300 watts. It does 0 to 30 volts and up to 10 amps, constant current, constant voltage. And the actual brand is Kuaku, I think, and it is the SPPS-S3010. Let's have a closer look. China Phonefix, they have a lot of tools for repairing phones, but also very nice tools for your electronic lab. Well, the power supply here comes in different models. Before they also had white, so I think it's just out of stock right now. And well, the pricing is actually very interesting. Here in Europe we pay now less than 45 euros, and the model I have here is around 63. But they also have the 60 volts, 5 amps, and even the 120 volts at 3 amps. From the front, it is not that heavy, but it's not needed, of course, for the switch modes. It has 4 memories. The display is quite big. We can see that better when the power is on. It seems to have quite a big display with a lot of digits. I see 4 7-segment LEDs. We have 4 memories. Well, probably long push to store and 1 short push to recall. You can lock the keyboard. You can do your voltage or your amps and switch the output on and off. And the real on-off button is a hard switch. You can adjust by rotating, and by pushing you move the digits. It did come with a manual, but it is all in Chinese, but it doesn't look that complicated. I kind of almost explain how it works. So in that sense it's user-friendly. It comes even with very flexible, that is nice. I'm not sure it's silicone, I don't think so, but it is very flexible plastic. Well, the power plug is just in the back. There is no switch in the back, and that's a good thing because the real switch is in the front, so that is great when you are stacking equipment. We powered it on. It even remembered the last memory I see, because why would it be stuck at 3? So this is probably a recall. If I switch it off and I switch it back on, will it stay on memory 1? Okay, great. So it remembers that. Memory 2, 3, 4, and what if we want to change something? It is now in current. Let me change the voltage. Yeah. Yeah, you step through the digits. If you go very fast, it misses the digits, but that is, yeah, with the cheaper encoders, that is normal. Okay, store it. And we push long. Probably it is now in the memory. Yes, it is. Okay, works. Output on and off. Here you see also it is now in constant current mode, so the limit is now set to 6 amp. But of course, when you switch the output on, you want to see the current that it's actually using. So yeah, it seems very, very, yeah. Okay, I see one thing that I don't really understand is why they put the green, that's the ground one, why they put it in the middle and not as a last one here. Because, okay, they are far apart, but when you want to use something like this, it doesn't fit, because this is then the ground. So if they would have changed these two, but also the size is non-standard, so probably that's why they didn't bother. Well, clearly for the controls you don't need the manual, because I was just pushing and everything works as expected. Let's try some load. It should be able to do like 300 watts, maybe even a little bit more. So I have my Kunk in here. It can do like 400 watts, so we should be able to test the limit. Okay, like this we will be able to see the load. Electronic load is right here. Here we have the display. The output is off, but let's switch the output on. Let's put this to 5 amp. Okay. So it should be 150 watts. Output on. Nothing of course happens. Need to switch on. And I have now 4 amps. Yeah, that's a bug. It just remembers the last setting. This is a pity of the Kunkin. But let's put it to 5 amps. Then I should be at the maximum of this one. So I'm running it now for a while. 30 volts, 5 amps, 150 watts. I don't hear any noise, not from the power supply, not from the electronic load. So it's a really silent power supply. And well, let's try to go a little bit higher. Let's see what happens if we go to the full 300 watts. Switch the output off. Let's go to current. Step, step, step. Go to 10 amps. Okay. Then the electronic load is now the limit, so let's go to 6, 7, 8, 10 amps, almost 300 watts. I don't hear any noise still. Let's run it for a while. Well, now it's running for a while. I do hear a little ventilator, but it is my electronic load. It slowly goes higher, higher, higher. And it is not this one. No, this one is completely silent. It does have a ventilator. So even this one is running on its limit because it's about 300 watts. It actually delivers now 300 watts. And the electronic load that can do 400 is now of course dissipating this 300. And that's the one making noise. Interesting. Okay, now it's about 5 minutes. My electronic load is really blowing full power, and now the power supply switched. Oh, now it already switched off. So it was only putting the ventilator, and it's not even on full speed. I think now it goes back on again. You don't hear too much of difference. Let me try to. But the electronic load is so loud that it's blowing now. For 10-20 seconds. Oh, now it's already switched off. So it's regulating very nicely the temperature. Yeah, and now it's back on again. Funny. Works pretty good. I will switch this off, because that one is making a lot of noise. Okay, that doesn't look bad at all. The power switch, it seems that I used the proper wires for the power switch that are actually rated for that voltage. All the connections have these shrunk tubes. That is good. Tie wraps, they isolated here. This is isolated from the housing. And this is a huge heatsink put to earth connection. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit impressed. If you want to change the order of the terminals in the front, that is possible. Just change the leads right there, and you're good. But I will leave it as it is because the distance is also non-standard, so yeah, then what is the use of changing it? And then it's actually good that it is like this, because then you just have more space. If you put the wire here in between, you don't need to put it so close together, you just have the other one here. So it's just how you look at it. I do not know what is the brand of the ventilator, but it is quiet enough, it doesn't disturb. And yes, if you are putting full power at 300 watts, it just switches on and off, on and off, on and off, and it is not too much disturbing. I don't hear it with all the other noise in my lab. And now it's on my table, so when it's somewhere in the back, it is even much more quiet. So that's it. Not too long. It's also very hot here now. It doesn't look bad inside. I've seen a lot worse with wires that were not rated for the 230 volts, and this had proper wires. It all has shrink wrapping. I like that they isolated the whole heatsink on from the casing, and it's all closed metal. It does have a voltage ripple of 50 millivolts maximum, so I'm not sure if it is for ham radio, but it is great for hobby use, really for electronics, for charging your batteries, and it just works as you expect. I really like that. I couldn't read the manual because it was Chinese, but it's probably because it was sent to me by the head office, and so I'm not sure if you order it that you get the English manual or not. But that could be the reason mine was Chinese. But I didn't need it at all because, yeah, long push to store, short push to recall. Well, on and off means exactly it switches on and off the output, voltage, amps, and you can lock. It even comes with leads, a meter long. That is quite generous actually, and it is kind of soft, so it is proper cable, I would think. I will find a space somewhere for it because it's just a nice to have, just to quickly set a little voltage, just if you need something extra. So if you're interested, have a look at the website. I will also put some links down below, and I think you get a discount if you register on their mailing list. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.